please introduce yourself, sir.
Clive Walker. I'm one of the three original founders in 1973 of the Endangered Wildlife Trust, back here in Johannesburg, the central part of Johannesburg. And being here today is really a privilege for me to see how this organization's grown and how it's expanded to the important level that it has reached today. It's really very special for me to be able to attend this opening of the new Wildlife Academy.
So how did the EWT start?
It started on the premise of a painting after I'd been to an exhibition in America. I came back and I painted a picture of two cheetah, and out of that 300 prints were made and sold for 25 Rand each, and that was sufficient to raise enough money to get the University of Pretoria to undertake a cheetah survey in South Africa because they were declining then. You could buy skins off street corners in Johannesburg, you could find them down in Diagonal Street, and the university undertook that. So originally the idea was to concentrate on certain endangered species. And when I sit here with you today and I realize that the staff is well over 110 with the amount of projects they're doing, it's nothing short of phenomenal. How in the space of 47 odd years that this organization has grown, and it's so inclusive of just about every one of us who inhabit South Africa.
And also seeing the progress you guys have made for getting this new place, how does that make you feel?
You know, most of my conservation career is being involved in environmental education of children. I started back in the dark days of 1981, taking kids from Soweto, Alexander, Johannesburg schools, private schools, to a place in the Waterberg Mountains where we would take these children and expose them to a wild area. And today we've taken over 110,000 children from all walks of life in South Africa. So a large part of my life's work has been environmental education of young South Africans. And it manifests itself in the outlook that the EWT has today. Children have not been left behind. They're an important component of the EWT's work. And it's just a continuation and I left the EWT after 13 years with a specific purpose of going into education, environmental education of our youth.
So also with regards to the current state of our planet in today's age, how can you encourage people to take care of the plants, take care of the surroundings, so they can also contribute to changing the planet?
It's a good question, but it's also a difficult one. I'm a firm believer that if we can get young children as early as possible, 8, 9, and expose them to nature. Many children have never been beyond the perimeters of a city. They have never seen a rhino, they've never seen a buffalo, they've never seen clean water flowing in a river. How can you get any person, whether they're young or old, to ever appreciate the value of nature unless they can first-hand experience it? And the wonderful thing about what the EWT has done over its 37 or 47 years, is just that. It has had a marvelous program of creating awareness of why a good, clean habitat conserved by we human beings is so vital to our future. I think it starts with the youth. And there's no doubt about it that it doesn't matter the background. We need to expose young people to what the benefits of nature, why it's important to have clean water, why is it important to have water in general. Plants and the wonderful biodiversity that comes with it is that added on component. But what's important is getting kids out there, sleeping around a fire, walking in the veld, meeting new people, and just having a lot of fun at the same time.
And also lastly, to people out there, what would you like to say to them about visiting this place, what can they expect? What can they learn? What can they expect here at the ETW?
I think the most important thing about the new headquarters is that it's not a closed building where you might be a little bit concerned about entering. This place is going to be open to the public. It's going to be a living lung within a aesthetic environment. And it's like opening a window into what is further out there. And I think the EWT is leading the way by turning this into a living lung, starting with young people, elderly people, visitors in general, to come and see the work of so many dedicated staff that work here, 110 people. Out there, when you think we started with one researcher studying cheetah and where it is today, I'm so delighted there's so much negative aspects of life today. There's poverty, there's the difference between the rich and the poor. There's a lot of suffering. But then the EWT comes through like a bright, shining new star. And I think we need to nurture that. I would encourage people to join it, support it in whatever way, become involved yourself.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
It's a pleasure.